What's up, folks? Just got through kegging a beer and cleaned up a little bit and still drinking on my spilled milk. And before I go any further, look how clear this beer is. That's the All Centennial IPA. It's like if you just saw my last video, like I say, it's based on the Bell's Two Hearted clone. And I'm gonna have to go to the local Lowe's Foods where I can pick up Bell's and do a little comparison, just see how close it is. I doubt it'll be close, but it's really clear and it's really good, and I'm really proud of it. But anyway, something a little different here besides beer. My dad died when I was 13 years old, and among other things, he was well, actually, he was the chief, fire chief at one of our small local fire departments for a while. He was always in the fire department. He was a fireman. He was in the National Guard. He was a chief master sergeant in the National Guard, and he was into a lot of stuff. He was actually a special deputy in for the local sheriff's department when he died. He had actually not when he died. He was a special deputy for the sheriff's department for a while. And then he went to another little town down south of us and was like a auxiliary policeman, for the local city police. But either way, he had like 3 or 4 heart attacks and died of congestive heart failure at 50 years old, which sucks. But yeah, I miss him. He's been gone a long time. Like I say, I'm 40, soon be going on 46 years old, and he died when I was 13, so you can do the math. But miss my dad. But anyway, don't want to get too mushy, but thought I'd show you these little item, something that was handed down to me that my dad had, and I've really never asked. I've got 2 older brothers, and I'm sure I could get a little more background information if I wanted to, but I won't go there. But anyway, these were, like I say, were handed down to me. I don't have a lot of my dad's stuff, but one of the things that I do have that was my dad's was he came across, as the story has been told to me, is when he was a volunteer fireman or fire chief. I don't know what the story was at the time, but he was in the fire department at the time, the local fire department. And from what I remember, it was like an abandoned barn or abandoned house or something. I don't know what it was. Like I said, I could probably find out, and I probably should. But anyway, the attic evidently had some items in it, and they never could find who the items belonged to. And so here goes what I have. And I really wish, at times like this, I wished I had a really good camera other than this little flip camera, so you can get some close-ups of this. But I try to move it around so you can see it, and I'll lay it down in a minute and video it so I know what I can see, because really I can't tell what you're seeing right now. But as you can see, that looks like a cane. It's either, in this section right here, it's either ivory or bone or something, from what it looks like to me. And I have never had this sword checked out. I've never looked into what it might be worth, where it's from, and it doesn't really matter what it's worth, because I would never get rid of it unless it was like $1 million, and then I think my dad would kick my ass if I didn't sell it if it was worth $1 million. But I doubt very seriously it's worth that much. But it's got like a I don't know, I've not looked at them in a while. I just kind of went and got it out of the closet, out of the safe, and I don't know, it's like a lion's head or something on the tip there, and it's like a walking cane type thing, with some engravings and stuff, and more little woodwork down at the bottom, and I don't know, metal tip or something. But what's cool about it is you turn this little ring right here, and it's actually not a cane, it's it's a sword. It's a hidden sword. I don't know if it's hidden or not, but there you go. It's not sharp at all, and to be honest with you, I've always wondered about this, and I know you're not going to be able to see it, but right along in here, it looks like blood. So I don't know. It really does look like blood, and it may have been something. Who knows? I mean, I have no idea what the history on this thing is. The only thing I have seen is some kind of little. It almost looks like a. I don't know how they would have done this on the metal. It looks like little dots, but there are little graphics before it and little graphics after it. If you can see where my fingers are, that's the graphics before it and graphics after it. And right in the middle it says India. So that's the only kind of markings I've ever been able to find on this sword. But it does look like it says India, and it's really like almost like somebody did it. I don't know. It's not. I guess what I'm saying, it's not very professional looking. I don't know. But it's like some squiggly lines, and then India, and then some more squiggly lines. I don't know, but I've never really, like I say, checked it out to see what it is or where it's from or what it could have been used for. But in this little area right here, there's definitely something that looks like blood. And I don't know. Like I say, somebody, who knows? I mean, I have no clue. The reason I thought I would do a video of this is, one, just to share a little bit about my dad. I don't talk about my family a whole lot. And, you know, my mom, she died when I was 10 of cancer. And my dad died when I was 13 of congestive heart failure. So, you know, you're talking about losing both your parents. She was 49, he was 50, and I was 10 and 13. So enough of that. But anyway, man, I would love for somebody to be able to like see this video and say, oh God, I know what this is, and I know exactly what that is, and or maybe point me in a direction. Like I say, I've never really thought about trying to figure out where they were from, or it may be junk as far as, you know, what it's worth, but it means a lot to me because it was from my dad, and it was something my dad had, and like I say, I don't have a lot handed down from my dad, so I don't know. My nephew actually has another sword. It's a saber sword that he got handed down to him that my dad had, found in the same. He found it along with this sword, and I'm trying not to give something away, but yeah, I think he's kind of done a little research on his, and his, I think he said, was just like a reproduction or something, and this may be too. I don't know, but like, it means a lot to me, and it's cool, and I hope you can see how this works and everything. It's just really cool. I'm assuming it was meant to be like I just always thought it was like a walking cane or something that was, you know, like a hidden type sword, but I know nothing about it, and I'm gonna pick up the camera now and lay it down so you can maybe hopefully see it better than what I'm showing on video. But excuse me, there it is laying on the couch, and you can kind of see the little graphic design there towards the top. Like I say, I don't know if that's ivory or a bone, or heck, it could be plastic for all I know. I don't know. Excuse me. And like I say, I wish I had a better camera for stuff like this that could zoom, but it's got a little nail in the top. It looks like it's holding this piece on. Some kind of little nail that's nailed into there, and so I don't know, man. That's what leads me to believe it's just something, a reproduction or something, which it probably is, but still, it's cool, and it was my dad's, and it's all I've got much to remember him. You know, I don't have much to remember him by, so let's see here if I can get this out without making this video too crappy, but yeah, there you go. And I'll take it out of there and lay it out to the side, but like I say, right there, and I think I got it backwards so you can see it. Let me see. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's like some squiggly lines, and then it says, it looks like India, I-N-D-I-A. And then maybe a little something out beside of that, like right here, but I don't know. It's just like a bunch of little loops or something here, and then more loops afterwards, and then India right in the middle. And then where's the blood looking stuff, like right in here. don't know if you can get this on camera or not. It's a little more on this side, but kind of right in there you can see, like, I don't know. Can you do a test like in, well, I guess you can do a test on it and see if it's actually blood. It'd be weird to know if that's really blood, but the really cool thing about it is this. I have two of them. And I'll try not to play that off as I was doing the video, but actually there were two of them, and I just always called them my little twin swords from my dad. But this one's the exact same thing, and let's see if I can get this open with doing it one-handed. Here, hold on just a second. Let me. There you go. Same exact inscription there with the little squiggly lines in India. They both look almost identical. So it might be just a little novelty item that came. I had some uncles, I think, that were in the war. I don't remember which war, maybe World War II, or I know I had maybe an uncle or two that was in Vietnam. So who knows? Like I say, it might be just some little novelty item. Maybe something that's worth zero. It might be something that's worth a few bucks. But like I say, unless it was worth a whole heck of a lot of money, they're going back in the safe, and will be in my family to hand down to my kids or grandkids or whoever. Because like I say, I don't have much from my dad, from my parents, but I do cherish what I do have. And I don't see this second one that I just opened. I remember looking at it, but it didn't have anything on it. It may be more rust looking stuff than it is blood, but I don't know. But this one, really, I'm telling you, it does look like it has blood on it. And I may be crazy, but maybe somebody could, I swear it looks like blood. Who knows? Maybe somebody robbed a 7-Eleven with it. I don't know. But, I mean, like, if you know anything about swords, or if you know something about, or if you could point me in the right direction, I would love to know the history of them, if nothing else. Even if it is something, you know, a novelty item that somebody bought in India or overseas, and just, you know, I don't know. But like I say, my dad, from what I've been told, found them in an abandoned house or a barn or something whenever it was on fire. So who knows? It could be, I could have a couple $1 million laying here. Who knows? I could have a couple of bucks laying here. But it means a lot to me. It really does. And I know I make fun about it, but like I say, it was my dad's, and anything that was my dad's that was handed down to me means a lot to me. So there you go. A little something for you to think about and maybe help me out with. I don't know. Like I say, never really. I've had them for years and years and years. God, I probably have them for, I don't know, I've had them for at least, I don't know, 15 years, if not more than that, because somebody else in the family had them and gave them to me. It may have been longer than that, but they were just, like I say, in the safe and stuck away because I knew I would never get rid of them. And just, I don't know, just happened to think about them and was thinking about my dad and thought I would throw it out there, and just for why not, just to see. But help me out, like I say, if you got any ideas, suggestions on how I can find out. I wouldn't even know where to turn other than going to an antique dealer or something. I just realized one of the swords is a little bit longer than the other one. But who knows? But anyway, there you go. Jake's twin swords that he has no idea about what they are or where they come from other than my dad. But anyway, props to my dad. I miss you, Dad. And I would never call him Daddy. I'd call him Daddy. But yeah, appreciate you coming by the blog. Comments, questions, lay them on me. Later.